Time and motion study. Industrial engineering. 1948, American Institute of Industrial Engineering, i.e., www.ianet.org, is concerned with the design, improvement, and installation of integrated systems of people, material, information, equipment, and energy. It draws upon specialized knowledge and skills in the mathematical, physical, and social sciences together with the principles and methods of engineering analysis and design to specify, predict, and evaluate the results to be obtained from such systems. Time and motion study. All of the motions in a job need to be established so a sequence of motions can be determined to ensure that the task is being performed in the most efficient and effective way. A method created to determine the correct time it takes to complete a certain task. A method to establish the one best way to perform a task, to make sure that the job being evaluated does not include any unnecessary motion by the worker. Time and motion study, history. Frederick W. Taylor and his followers developed and refined the time study. Frank B. Gilbreth and his wife Lillian developed and refined the motion study. Historically, the two studies are discussed individually. Today they generally are discussed as one. Frederick W. Taylor, 1856 to 1915, founder of the scientific management term, emphasized on increasing throughput, reducing manufacturing costs, as a result, increasing workers' salaries. Tools: how to do the above. Divide the task into small elements. Separate the non-required from the required elements. Setting standards, time, quality, methods. Specialization, training for a specific job. Principles of scientific management. 1. Develop a science for each element of a man's work, which replaces the old rule of thumb method. 2. Select scientifically and then train, teach, and develop the workman, whereas previously he chose his own work methods and trained himself as best as he could. 3. Cooperate heartily with the men so as to ensure that all of the work being done is in accordance with the principles of the science which has been developed. 4. There's almost an equal division of the work and the responsibility between management and the workman. The management takes overall work for which they are better fitted than the workman. Time and motion study, in organization in the past. Historically, tandem studies were used in the manufacturing industry to evolve pay scales with the thought that money was the only motivation for work. This idea, that people are only motivated by money, has been disproved. Things like job satisfaction and environment are more important to employees than pay. Time and motion study, present condition and organization. Today, tandem studies can be effective for performance evaluations. Tandem studies can be used for planning purposes in order to predict the level of output that may be achieved. Tandem studies can be used to uncover problems and create solutions. Tandem studies can be used for time cost analysis. The effective cost of an employee, per unit of time for the task they are primarily responsible for. The allocation of time to various productive and non-productive tasks. Review of alternatives to make the best use of time. Time and motion study, the objectives. The objectives of the time and motion study is to determine a normal or average time for a job, by using observers to record exactly how much time is being devoted to each task. Time and motion study, in action. Steps of work methods analysis. 1. Make an initial investigation of the operation. 2. Decide what level of analysis is appropriate. 3. Get suggestions from anyone familiar with operation. 4. Thoroughly describe and evaluate present method. 5. Devise a new proposed method. 6. Compare new and present methods. 7. Modify the proposed method. 8. Perform the proposed method on a trial basis. 9. Install the proposed method and train workers. 10. Check on new method periodically.